We all heard about Trump has already decided to cut the federal funding for the university in the U.S. Supporting Hamas or anti-Semitism, especially the Harvard University, so famous worldwide that I think that everyone has dreamed of entering Harvard University and be proud of being one of the alumni. Now we all know that the beginning of this university, of course, hundreds years ago, it is set up by those very faithful Christian in the U.S. So of course it is a religious university, a Christian religion based university, just like the U.S. Who built their constitution on Christianity. Of course, recently the development shows us that it is already under great influence from communism, from anti-Semitism, by some terrorism ideas, or even by some communist countries. In the past, the democratic government, the Democrats ruled the U.S. government. They support, they fund this university no matter what they have done, no matter what happened in the university, even though the students, more and more anti-Semitic students, more and more students be supporting Hamas, supporting what they said is not terrorism. What they said is a global idea. That means you should accept all people, even those in terrorist country, even those in communist country. Let us just embrace them, give them more chances. So now we can, and then of course they, on one hand, they accept federal funding, but on the other hand, they also accept private funding, donation. Okay, actually, the situation in the U.S. Also founded in Hong Kong. Hong Kong in the past also earned prestige like the U.S. universities. The university in Hong Kong, especially one of those famous university in Hong Kong for already over 100 years, it has earned a great prestige, just like the Harvard University worldwide. Why? Because this Hong Kong University, because it is set up when Hong Kong start its modern development and prosperity. So all those alumni, either they come from rich family, good family, or either they become successful businessmen, successful professionals in all sectors. So of course, being one of the graduates, you are so proud of it. And then during my age, it is a great honor to enter this university, especially if you can enter those faculty like law faculty, doctor faculty, English faculty. Once you accepted to the university, your whole family can earn honor. The Cantonese people, the Hong Kong people, will call this son or daughter of the heaven, 天之驕子. That means you are already in the higher structure, society structure in Hong Kong. Of course, all those graduates, either you become doctor, you become lawyers, you become you just become teacher. You are graduate from the famous university teacher. You still earn greater honor than others in the same sector. So respected, and then we're so admired. Of course, it's not easy already to enter that university, and not easy to get graduated. So I graduated from the Department of English Literature and Teaching English and Chinese at the same time. So I think that all those graduated from the Harvard University, of course, they earn prestige and honor worldwide. They're so proud of themselves. They're so proud of being one of the alumni, and then they are so glad if they can enter this university. But now it seems all things have changed. We just heard about the news, the executive order from the Trump administration. He has not only cut the funding, he has also passed an order that no more visa for those students coming to the university, even accepted to Harvard, but they are not given visa. That this policy actually has closed the access to Harvard University by all those governments who send their supporter, who send their own people who are not really academically qualified, but only because they have the money. They send them with the money. They enter the university with the money behind. This time is the education war. This has brought the door of access to those who enter just want to control the U.S. education so that they control the mindset, the concept of every caliber in the U.S., every professional in caliber. Then there is a good blockage. If just like you block the border, then you block all those illegal. If you block this access, if you really block all violent supporters, those terrorism supporters, those anti-Semitism supporters, or even those communism supporters, or even those corruption supporters. Of course, this is good to block. The U.S. has already more and more under the influence of terrorism, anti-Semitism, communism, and new-born ideas. That's why I'm so surprised to hear that in the past few years, even in a Christian country like the U.S., even in the Christian public school in the U.S., the Christian teacher are forbidden, or even the Christian students are forbidden to pray publicly in the school. So it is quite surprised to see this trend, quite unexpected. To see the development of such change in a country build their constitution on Christianity, build their country on Christianity. Judging from the development in the high level education, I hope that people can see the good influence and black influence in the past and now under the current policy and the current administration. So actually, I would like to share more about how I see and experience in the development in the Hong Kong University. Also experience that kind of opposite trend from good to bad, of course, like what happened in the past few years in the U.S. The previous principal is very good. He has been the principal for many years, and not just this principal. All those principals, well-known, very famous academic figure. The Hong Kong system also can attract many caliber with good academic performance and standard, democracy, pro-freedom people to come to Hong Kong to be the principal. You know, the salary in Hong Kong is not lower than other countries, even high, can be higher. And then many people like to work in Hong Kong in the past if provided with housing and anything. Actually, Hong Kong is good. Of course, the principal's housing is really wonderful. And then with, of course, you don't need to spend any penny, all are provided, okay? And so this is the principal's house. It is just inside our university property. After this principal, then a new principal come. During that year, Hong Kong has already under some changes. I can see that even though before 2019. And then this principal coming just maybe 1 year or half year before 2019, I can always see that this principle is totally different from the others. And then I'm already very worried about the future development and the character of this principal, or what he is planning to do in this university. I want to emphasize it is before 2019. Okay, so once he come, he called for a meeting for all those alumni. So I want to find out what kind of principal he is. And then, to my surprise, as the principal of the well-known university, you should show how you love this university. You should show your great idea, your great concept to run that famous university in Hong Kong when Hong Kong is still enjoying democracy, freedom. His presentation is, please donate, donate, donate. Actually, you don't need to ask the alumni to donate. Of course, they will donate. All those funding mostly are donated by the alumni who has already entered into different sessions, different professions in Hong Kong, already occupy all those key position in Hong Kong in all professions. You still need to ask them to donate, and then nothing more, just donate, donate, and then it seems very urgent. It is a urge for the alumni to donate and donate, but it seems that I don't feel any concern, not too concerned about me or Hong Kong, concerned about the future development in Hong Kong. How can you develop our university further, not just not from maybe rank 10 to rank first or second or third, but at least you keep this record, okay, to be within the top 10 in worldwide in just a small city. We are already so proud of it. But now I heard nothing about how you will build up our university, how you develop, and then especially even before 2019, the situation actually has become tense already. You all heard all what happened in 2016 and before that. Hong Kong is already under some unrest. Of course, at that time, not bad yet, but you can foresee, right? You can. You try to unite the alumni, try to educate alumni once more that when Hong Kong is undergoing unrest or development, maybe a downgrade development, what you should prepare yourself, what you should do to fight for Hong Kong as one of the persons who benefit from the Hong Kong free education, for the Hong Kong best education. You should be dedicated to contribute yourself to Hong Kong if Hong Kong needs you in the future unrest or any persecution. Will you stand up for Hong Kong? Stand to those who destroy Hong Kong democracy, freedom, and Hong Kong modernized education system. What I need is donate, donate, and donate. And then few months later, of course, already 2019, some things happen, and then a few universities already under a very tense situation. All the students get ready, prepare for something bad happen to the university, and then even my university later maybe I should thank God that later this university hasn't gone through any disaster like other university, but it is at the verge, okay, just a few days before the breaking out, and then I'm so worried because the main road from my home to that university actually is only 15 minutes driving by bus, but already the main road is cut, is blocked, no more bus. So worried about all those still studying in the university. I'm afraid that they will be caught, they will be hurt, or anything. I'm just worried about that because I am one of their alumni, and then in the past I do have some contact with them in some conference, in some meeting, in some training, in some activities. I know some of them, so I walk. I walk for 2 hours because there's no bus. Even the road is blocked. Even taxi, you cannot take taxi. And then because I was born in that region, I'm very familiar with the hiking through the hills to my university. And then because the main road is blocked, but the entrance, just now I talked about the principal's housing, it is located in another entrance in the middle hill, okay, which is occupied by those rich persons. But there is a road throughout the hill to this entrance at the back in the mid-level of the hills. So I walk from my home at the foothill and then walk up and then pass through all the mountains, not really high. In Hong Kong, you know that it's not really high. And 2 hours walking, walk through those river, walk those rocks, walk those not proper trail. You know, very often we don't have proper trails, and then we just walk through those paths alongside the trees, the hills, and then up and down. And at that time I'm not young, okay, only for a few years ago, not too long, but I still can manage to walk along from my home to the back of this university. I want to at least to see from the hilltop to see what happened to this university. Is all the entrances blocked, including the entrance at the mid-level? And then I found that the back entrance not blocked, maybe because of the principal's house. He lists exit, right? And then all those mid-level people are there. They also need exit. So this entrance at the back is not blocked, okay? And then that is still looks safe, looks peaceful, no police car, no police, nothing. So I enter by this entrance, and then to see what happened in the university inside. Yes, all those students get ready for food, for anything. It of course it doesn't look like a university in which the students are studying. I'm so worried about them. I know what they're planning to do. Of course, I'm worried. I pray for them. I'm not sure what will happen. I'm just so worried. And then since there is an entrance, so in the coming few days, I still go and try to at least to see that they are safe. They're still safe. Nothing bad happened yet. Although I can see that all the other entrance, especially the main road entrance, actually. I've never seen that kind of face in my life, because I was born in Hong Kong. I was brought up in Hong Kong, and I was never in war region, in poor region. So it is horrible to see how Hong Kong become that kind of place. You can see it from the press, from the news. I don't need to mention. I don't know the principal in Harvard University. But I don't know whether he claims himself Christian or not, but it seems that he is not from the US, he is not from Christian religion, and then it seems that he also support those global idea, just like Democrats, the Democratic Party leaders, and he also chose someone from mainland China to give a speech, a graduate speech in the university. And then he also allowed the student to be anti-Semitic, and then he is still trying to fight against the Trump administration's ban on this kind of a new education policy, funding policy. And how about the principal in this Hong Kong famous university? Just now I talked about that. The first time that he gave a speech to all those alumni, his main thing is donate. And then just now I said that soon after his soon after he become the principal, and then Hong Kong enter into the stage that every university it seems that every student is ready for war, okay? With whom, I know that. And then I just thought about that. I visit the university by walking, by hiking for 2 hours, just to see how the students are. But when I arrived there, I heard that some students said that they can't find the principal. The principal always not in the university. People say that he's out of office, he's where and where, not in office. Every time they want to speak to the principal, he's not in the office. Okay, the new publication, student publication. Even they want to get some maybe document to hold some events at this critical stage to educate the student, the classmate, or to tell them what happened, what should they do, and something like that. He's not in office, so that They cannot get the approval. They cannot get a signature. They cannot get the office, get the room to do that, get the permission to hold this event. They cannot find him. They wait for him. And but I haven't told that. I haven't told anyone that actually I met the principal once when I was in the university. Of course, he just walk past by. I see him walk past by happily, relaxingly with some other people, talking, and not quite much with the current situation happening in Hong Kong, especially in the university sector, happening among the society, among the students. And 3 days later, when the war in the university which has actually started, in other university, I heard that one of the principal, he has been present all the time. He even come to the front line to directly confront all those police who want to carry out a clearance order to this university, to his university. He tried to become the negotiator to ask them to evacuate peacefully, and then gives time and space for students to also evacuate peacefully. He tries to negotiate, winning some safety measure for his students, and also want to calm down his students, want to help the government to calm down his students. But the principal himself was also hurt, and then sent to hospital, and then need surgery, and then thank God that he has no fatal hurt. And then actually he just come to the university not too long ago. Actually he's still young. He can get another term of being the principal here, but he of course he's rejected. Okay, so he cannot gain his second term and finish right after his first term. And of course we also know that this last days of his first term is also not easy to finish. And then of course he won't be given another chance for his for what he has done, that I have just told you, and then you have heard about that. So you can see totally different kind of principle. Just now I said that the university were divided. Mine is the one people will be more proud of, people respect more. That one with that principle protecting them. Actually, in the past history, it is also a very famous and good university, but because of for some reason that it is not so highly respected. Okay, and but of course during these few years they have also upgraded themselves, and then during this critical stage, that all those students, all those teachers, and even principal, they stand to protect democracy, freedom of speech, and then the right to maintain the Hong Kong status quo, even in opposition. Of course, they want more prestige. They want a greater fame for the university. So now I don't think that people will still look down upon this university, or even as the alumni of my university. Actually, I also heard about other alumni. Now we start to be ashamed of being one of the alumni of this university. Since during this critical stage, we don't see that the school, the university, and the principal and all those professors come up to protect Hong Kong's status quo, what those Hong Kong is famous for. So actually, that's why we don't need to downgrade ourselves or look down upon someone. Actually, we just do our best. And even though nowadays, even now people look down upon us, but it doesn't matter, because if you are doing good in future, you may have some contribution, and then and then you might contribute to your own country, your own community, your own society, or even your own religion, that people will highly regard you, salute to you, and appreciate you, or even you are called as the children of the heaven. Once you will be downgraded. Actually, now I'm really ashamed to mention my university. I'm really ashamed to be one of the alumni. I don't think I will mention that I am one of the alumni publicly in the background in my resume or in my profile. Of course, I cannot omit the name, but in public, I think I am no longer proud of it, proud of her. I'm no longer proud of being one of the alumni. Not because of the academic background in the past, but because of the academic or any other performance during these few years when Hong Kong is undergoing its most critical stage, and now the university who is ruling this university, just now who is now really ruling Hong Kong, and who is now really ruling the U.S. When it's compared to the past few years. So make sure that you know who is ruling your society, your community, or even your church, your school, your university. Not just based on his past record, or not just based on his ranking. If you are admitted to that university, but you find that those education concept, those professors' concept, those or even the principal's concept, is against your personal concept, your personal belief. Okay, is it still your dream school, your dream university, and then do you still looking forward to going back to study there, to further study there, or to be one of the professor there or teaching there? So actually not value yourself or others based on the ranking of the school, based on your background, based on what they present themselves in the most critical period, to stand to people who violate, who abolish, who destroy the great value that your university, your society, your country has built up for so many years because of so many sacrifices of all those past generations. Of course, my university originally has gained so much prestige because all those alumni in the past, they have done great in their own profession. They have done great in Hong Kong. They have done great in worldwide. Many alumni become the professor in the worldwide university, in other countries, maybe even become the senate, the councillors, the political leaders, or the in those research field, or even have run those world award, okay, Olympic Games, for Olympic Games, or for Nobel prizes. So because of the hard work, because of their excellency, because of their sacrifice, because of the suffering, because their great contribution, we have gained this prestige. I have done nothing to gain this prestige. I am only so lucky that I can get access to it and finish the education, and not only finish my BA, but finish my postgraduate education here. So I'm so lucky, so blessed to have that benefit, because all those ancestors have built up a strong foundation. But you can easily destroy it. So now during these few years, it is already destroyed. Who will respect that university outside the academic background? But even the academic background, I'm afraid that it is also dropping. It's also downgrading. Not to mention other areas. So really pray that the new policy in the U.S. Concerning about the university development will go on a correct track. the situation now seems like even worse and worse, but I still pray that and hope that all those who support the original status quo of Hong Kong and the U.S. Will fight for it, fight for the right check. Okay,